Hey, what's up guys, it's Mevoda and I am back on the Vadact Creative Server once again. Since the last episode, haven't really done that much. Actually that last episode I recorded just this morning, so that episode will be going up tomorrow. This one will probably be going up a day or two after that, I think. I'm inspired to build and I don't want to do too much more off camera. You know, I did do a lot here. Like, I built this house, that bridge, and that bottom of this, what is going to be like a tower, all off camera. Just because I kind of got into, as I said, I got into a building mode, but I didn't have time to record it all. You know, I'd get on and build in short little spurts and stuff like that. But, you know, recording and then editing and then rendering and uploading and writing your whole description of the video and all your tags and, you know, all that stuff, it takes time. So doing that wasn't really happening the past couple of days, I guess. Yeah, as I said, I've been a little busy. But anyway, we're back here. Last episode I started on this roof. I did one side, and then I went to the other side off of camera since then. Couple little things I did since then too. I changed the way this came up. This was just straight across before, with the acacia logs, and yeah, as I mentioned in the last video, we're trying to add as much curves as possible. Everything needs to be very flowing and stuff like that. I also added these things at the end. I've been adding a lot of tiny little things, but tiny things that make a big difference. Like this little curve right here, and then, you know, after I added this whole trim felt a little bit top heavy. So I added a couple of just upside down stairs over here just to kind of balance it out a little bit. It felt a little better. Really happy with the way this house is coming out so far. Mentioned in the last episode that this roof felt a little bit too small for the building, and actually since I added this, I don't really think so anymore. But when I thought it was too small, I'd come up with an idea to fix it. It's a little thing it's actually the title of today's episode, what I call the happy accident. When you do something by accident and it makes you do something else that you wouldn't have thought of doing before if you hadn't have done the accident, if that makes sense. Like, for example, you know, let's say I felt this roof was too small, okay? Now, there's basically three things I could do. I could A, just leave it, which, maybe if I was in, like, survival or something like that, it was a pain to build, and it was really high up, and, you know, I just didn't have the motivation, then I might just leave it. But we're not in survival. We're on a creative server. You could fly around easily, fix anything, break blocks, unlimited resources, and, we're also on a creative server where you are getting judged by people who are way better, at building than you are. So yeah, you know, leaving it is not an option. The other option is changing it, which I did do a little bit, inadvertently by adding these, like, kind of loopy things here at the end of the roof. Made the roof feel bigger to me and not as small, not too small for the building. Or the third option is you can take, like, the accident you had and sort of try to work with it. And so when I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, well, how can I make this so the roof doesn't look too small? And it made me think, oh, we could just add, like, something in the middle. And I wouldn't have thought of doing that had I not have, you know, had the accident in the first place. So I'm a big fan of the happy accident. You know, when you're messing around with stuff and you do something you didn't intend to do, but it winds up being cool. Like, you're like, oh, I can actually work with that. And I never would have even thought of that had I not made the mistake in the first place. As I've mentioned in videos before, I don't think I've ever mentioned it in this series, but I'm a musician, and that is a big thing in the music world too. I've done all kinds of music. Right now I play like mostly like a folk bluegrass kind of thing, but I've been in rock bands before, and I've produced pop and hip hop beats and things like that. And in that whole world, there is definitely the concept of the happy accident. Like, you do things you didn't intend to do all the time, and it winds up being awesome. You're like, oh man, that's great. Let's go with that mistake. You hear stories about that kind of stuff with bands and songs all the time. We're like, oh, they didn't mean to do that. And it just happened by accident, and they're like, oh, that's amazing, let's just go with it. So I love when that happens, and I guess it could happen pretty much in any kind of creative endeavor. Anytime you're doing something creative, there's always a chance for that to happen. Okay, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna, I guess, just use a regular cobblestone block. It's gonna be interesting. I haven't done one of these like curved type of roofs going out in 4 directions yet, so we'll see how that works out. No, can't do that. I have to do this. Alright. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this build actually. So far, really digging it. It's lots of fun. Cool, that works. This is, as I mentioned, this kind of elvish thing is definitely something new for me. So it's nice to get a chance to kind of go outside my comfort zone a little bit. You know, that's how you become a better builder in this game, is try stuff you haven't tried before. Is that right? No, it's not. I did something wrong. No, I don't think I did something wrong. Did I just not? Yeah, because this is lined up with that, and that's 1 over. Yeah, I did something wrong. Hold on. Let's try this again. How did I do this? That? Oh, you know what I did wrong? I got it. I got it, everyone. Don't worry. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now we're back in business. Oh man, that's the story of my life. Always off by 1. Okay. Now we're getting there. Oh, my phone's going off. That always happens when I'm recording. Alright, so I'm gonna copy that on all 4 sides. And then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, and we're back. I've done it on all 4 sides now. Shape looks pretty cool. I've also put a block here in the middle just to kind of signify where the middle is as I try to bring these parts down now. So we're first just going to do that. Bring these in 2. Then another one like that. And let's see. Oh, am I stuck on something? Yeah. Let's bring in just another 2 underneath. Like so. The reason being, I want to... look cooler from inside later if we do it this way. With just stairs. I was going to use just cobblestone blocks, but why not a little more shape? Okay, we're going to do that. And I'm going to bring this up, I guess. That should be, no, actually, yeah, that should be good, I think. Like that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change this a little bit. I've been trying to get rid of diagonals. And, again, it's been forcing me to do kind of interesting things I wouldn't think of doing before. That looks nice. Let's see, I might modify it later. We are trying to, speaking. We are trying to stick to, you know, a theme, an elvish theme, so, you know, if later on as I'm looking at it I feel it doesn't really fit the elvish theme, I will not keep it. I'll, you know, change it for sure. But for now, it looks pretty cool. One more little thing I want to do before I forget is have slabs here. Alright, and again, just like the last episode, I'm just kind of trying to shape this roof. You know, don't have an exact formula for this. Just trying to, you know, kind of I have a basic idea. But, as I said, not an exact formula. I just try to, you know, go with what feels right. Let's see. Maybe we'll do... Nope, not that. That. And that. That'll look nice. Okay. I want to do that now. Ooh, no, I can't do that. Okay. Do that instead. That's what it's gonna have to be. Now this is where it gets weird. How am I gonna negotiate these corners? No, it shouldn't be too hard, actually. I need half slabs. We shall see. Yeah, we will need half slabs. Got it. I know how I'm gonna do this. Okay. No, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with this. I think that's cool for now. Not 100% sold on it, though. Yeah, it's too much cobble. I mean, I like it for the trim, but the roof, not so much. That's cool for now. Maybe we'll just do this to add a little more shape. Cool, I like that. Alright, I think I'm gonna just copy that on the other four sides next. And we got a pretty cool shape for our building. Might try to, not something as big as this curve, but might try to add a similar little thing coming out of the corners here. Another little change I did, actually one big change I did, I changed the color of clay in here. Because in the other resource pack, what is it, the Zarian, Aurelian, what is it? Yeah, Atheres Ascended. The other, the blue clay looks blue. And in this, the cyan clay looks like a light blue cyan. Looks like a cyan. But, in default, for some reason, blue looks purple. So I didn't really like the purple, so I switched it to cyan instead. So we got cyan clay. Also, yeah, speaking of resource packs, I did the second half of the last episode in this resource pack, and the first half in default. And I'm pretty much now doing the same thing. I'm switching over to this resource pack. I know a lot of the Vadact builders and stuff do use this resource pack, so I like to try to use it when I'm building from time to time. But I think I heard that a lot of the reviews are done in default, so I'll probably do the majority of the episode in default, but then show you guys what the build looks like in this resource pack too. The other small things I've been doing, like this bridge you saw last episode, and there was a couple of parts of it that were, like, this was different, and once I kind of did it over here, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I did changed these to the same thing on the bridge, and there was a part here that felt like too diagonal, like it actually came down to there. So I brought it down a block and brought it this way, so it kind of swoops a little bit more. These are very little things, but as I said, they're little changes that make big differences. Also just added a couple little stairs right here, so it connects right there. I was messing around with, don't know if I'm going to keep it, but some cobble fence stuff, kind of hanging on the bridge here. Also, I just added like a block or two up here just to make this curve a little bit more. And I think when you kind of step back from it, the overall shape and kind of curves in the bridge look much cooler now. More curves, less diagonals. So yeah, very happy with the way this is coming out so far. Let's just go back to default real quick, or faithful, which is a better version of default, basically. Alright. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to continue working on this roof a little bit. Won't really get to the walls and stuff until the next episode. I'll try to save that. And with that, don't really have a plan yet, except, again, trying to get rid of straight lines. So that any kind of detail we work into these walls, it's going to have a lot of curves to it. It's got to kind of flow a little bit more. Another tiny little thing I'll probably do, I just kind of do it here and there as I do, some terraforming and some detail in the terrain and stuff, adding tall grass, different blocks underwater here, some ferns and things like that. Try to add them around the rocks and the trees and the paths and stuff. And as I build buildings and stuff, I'll try to add them around there. Here and there, I just kind of jump around and do that sort of stuff. But yeah, aside from that, I'll try to save the bulk of the building or anything new, for the next episode. Anyway, again, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, and if you really enjoyed, subscribe to my channel, and you'll stay updated on all the stuff I'm doing in the future. Alright guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.